Anyway, back again at the wizard's table, and yeah, it's kind of funny. I've spent the last day and a half, I would say, processing other people's horror stories, and then playing pattern betting against their outcomes, and discovering, oh, surprise, surprise, pattern betting would beat those outcomes hands down. Well, hands down, is that the right expression? Whatever. You know, it's a strange exercise, really, and I feel odd about the fact that I cannot think of an explanation for why people are going online, you know, with videos of themselves doing what they do, unless it's at the behest of the casinos to encourage people to come and try their luck as well. There's one huge set of blackjack rounds that I have to process. It's nearly an hour's worth, and it's a guy pissing 50,000 bucks up the wall, and it's going to be a challenge because he's not at all good about announcing his bets. He does all right in the first few rounds, but obviously as the pressure mounts, he kind of loses track of that kind of thing, and his camera angle is not such that I can easily guess how much he's betting. So we'll just have to see. But you know, it's one of those sessions where just you know, zooming through it, I can see there's nothing extraordinary about it. There's nothing desperate about it. I have to say that obviously pattern betting does well in situations where, for instance, something crazy like the martingale, remember the bum flap, you know, would not do well because of a considerable number of consecutive losses, which are death for a martingale, for a simple double down. Assuming you could even bet that, because in casinos, not so much at baccarat tables, but certainly at blackjack tables, they always want to step up and say, well, and you know, there's lots of interference, and this is another thing that I hold against the casinos, that they have everything in their favour, but as soon as anybody starts to use their brains, however they choose to do it, to challenge the games, the casinos circle the wagons, or at least you know, they take defensive action, and I don't think that's fair. You know, I mean, they have to face the fact that the vast majority of people will lose their money, and there will be a few people who'll win, and the few winners might offer some encouragement to the losers. But what the point is of people who, I mean, I just watched Degan Dolt in a very brief run of baccarat, in which, as usual, he behaved very badly. I mean, he was mucking up the cards, he was effing and blinding, he was showing complete disrespect to the dealer, and I'm thinking, you know, what is this guy's act? I mean, what is this about? Why do people have to be arseholes in public? You know, I just don't get it. I really don't. I mean, I let fly with the odd F-bomb during these demos, but I'm not in front of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people, and I certainly wouldn't treat dealers and casino staff that way. They're working for the enemy, sure, but those individuals are not the enemy. That's the way I feel. Anyway, another bloody rant. I've got to try and control myself. My youngest son tells me that I'm negative, and I deny it absolutely. But I suppose denial is negative too, isn't it? Double for the loss. That's probably going to work. That's a repeater. Oh dear. 51 second. 2-3 third. Yeah, the other thing that's kind of funny is it's taken me all this time, I mean, about a year, to discover that with the editing program I can very easily cover up these annoying ads on the right hand side here with whatever material I want to put on there, whether it's pictures, whether it's, I don't know, whatever. Never even thought about that because I've just been focused entirely on the you know, on the game. That's 5-3 drop, I think is what we're looking at here. 6-3. 6-3 tis, money on the table. That's going to be 6-7 because I won't bet 6-6 for sure. Oh, look at that. That's what I call timing. And then some idiot is going to say that obviously it's rigged. Dear, oh dear. What we have to deal with. That will be, excuse me, 51 second. And that would be a repeat. Oh, you show off. That's 1-2 second. Ah, 3-4 third. Oops. Nearly underbet. Oh! 7-4 drop. Uh, 9-4. Don't like these. There we go, the usual crap. 9-4. Oh dear. 9-4, but that was a drop, wasn't it? So that's, we lost 6 there, so that's 15-4. Oh bugger. Did it again, didn't I? 15-4. 17-4. Don't like the way this is going at all. 19-4. Okay, we pulled back 3 on that, so 16-4. Ha! 28. This is going to be a challenge, I think. Look at this. 28, so that's 3, 16. We'll call that 3, 1.5, third. I should bloody well think so. 3, 1.5, 3, 1.5, 3, 1.5, 1.5, 2. Second. No, 1.5, 2. 1.5, 2 it is. Okay, we came out of that alive, not with a huge win, but we are 1,400 ahead at this point, so I'll take that. Yeah, if these clowns are insulted by me calling them clowns, well, tough tits, fellas, because it's your behaviour that's earned you that honour. Or is it dishonour? No, it's dishonour. Oh, God. Somebody must be paying them an awful lot of money. Because surely they can't be prats in their private life. I mean, surely not. What the hell was that? That was a cock-up, wasn't it? 1, 2, third, I'm going to call that. 3, 2, drop. 3, 2 it is. That makes it 3-4 now because of the tie. Remember, the deal here is that you don't do anything in response to a tie if the bet is over 100, the previous bet is over 100, unless you can turn a regular bet into a potential turnaround. And its potential is the key word. Every bet is likely to lose. Alexa, be quiet. There's nothing I could turn it off, couldn't I? You know, I mean, it's like me just discovering that I can put stuff on the right-hand side of whatever I want. But, you know, there we go. Bit slow, I guess. I can't remember where I am now. I think I'm in England. I think it's Friday. It was Saturday when I went into the shop to get my paper, and they said, no, it's Friday. So I wanted to say to them, why do you have yesterday's papers in here? So that would be 3, 4, is it 7, 8, third? Oh bugger. 7, 8, third maybe? I should stop talking. Well, whatever it is, we got out of trouble there. Double for the loss. 1, 2, third. 3, 2 drop. We're getting killed here. Wins to losses. 4, 2. 4, 2 it is. That was another rough one. 6, 4. Oh dear! I think we got one of those though, didn't we? Yeah, we did, because we had a double down there. No, we didn't double down. That's wrong. So it's just a wash. 6, 4. So now we go 6, 7 because of the tie. That was odd. What happened there? It went all sort of hinky. 6, 7, 13, 15. Thank you. Damn it. And this is one of those roundup things, you know. But I'm going to put material over there to the right, which just reminds folks of the rules. That's kind of handy. I never thought of that. It's just so dumb. Oh well. But I'm not down on myself, I promise you. I just recognise that I have my limitations. 51 second. And that's a repeat. Uh, 51, 51, 51, 51, 52 for the tie. Oh, for a minute he got the blah, blah, blah up there. Okay, we're at 2,400 ahead right now. Not too bad. Oh, you show off. You show off, Mr. Wiz. Double for the loss. Repeat. Should have hit it. 51 second. Damn it. 2, 3 third. 5, 3 drop. Yeah, we are getting killed here, I think. 5, 3, 5, 6 now because of the tie. That's good timing. Thank you. Still not hugely further ahead, but not terrible. +1. +1. What am I doing? +1. Plus max. And this, remember, this adding after an opening win, an opening minimum win, is entirely up to you. That was brilliant. Repeat it. Okay. Repeat it. Repeat. Okay, I think that's back to the minimum. We're at 3,300 ahead. I obviously missed the shuffle. I was there, but I didn't notice. Because I don't take any notice of those anyway. They're completely meaningless. Ignore them. Just forget about them. They don't matter. This whole business about sort of, oh, you fall back to a minimum after a shuffle. You're just shooting yourself in the foot when you do that. It's the wrong thing to do. But I'm back to the minimum because I just turned around. And that's when you fall back to the minimum. Every time. +1. +1. plus max. I think we're evening out here, plus max. So we'll repeat that one because we hadn't one of those before. So now we're on 3-4 is the third bet. Well, 7-4 drop. Uh, 9-4. 7-4. We won 200 there, so 7-4. And now 1-2 because we won 6 there. And a double. Well, that's just as well, isn't it? It was a 22 as well. Woohoo! But you get that kind of stuff all the time in this game, you know? I mean, I don't get why these people who are playing all the time, setting themselves up as professionals, don't pay attention. But they just don't. You know? It's just odd. Odd is what it is. Repeat. Back to the men. Yeah, we're not setting the barn on fire this time, but we're doing all right. That was a dealer's catch. Plus one more. Double for the tie. Oh! Okay, so that would give us 2-3. Second. 5-6. Third. Oh, needed a 9 first. 5-6, 11-6, so that's drop. And as I've said said before, the drop value is up to you. Did I say 11-6 or 11-4? Oh, gold. Anyway, there it is. That's the drop. Oh, 14-4. $17-4. All right, 24. Damn it, 23-4. Coming after us again, aren't they? 23-4, so 24. Uh-huh. 28-16, which is 3 1.5 second. Okay. 4.5. 4.5, 1.5. 4.5, 1.5 drop. That's a bitch, isn't it? Bloody hell. 5.5, 1.5. 4.5, 1.5. 6-3 second. 3-4. Bloody hell. Thank you, Ace. 3-4. So there was a lot of money out there for not a huge return. But just keep in mind, we're back in the black and we're 5,000 ahead. So I think that was worth the trouble, don't you? I mean, especially if you've been watching these jokers. That was cheeky. +1 for the win. Yeah, you know, and I got people saying to me all the time, yeah, you got away with it again, but you won't for long, and when you lose, it will be everything you've won. Ace-3 against the 3? I don't think so. But because there's a certain amount of yeah, that's just a hit. And now it's a 13, so okay. What was that? Is that a repeat, or is that oh, I better make it an up. Okay. 1, 2. Back to the min. Double for the loss. I think that's got to be 1, 2. Don't think I doubled down there, did I? So I had the word double in my head there, and I'm thinking, did I double down? So that's double for the loss. So that's 3-2 drop, isn't it? I don't know why I'm asking you. You can't possibly answer. Double for the tie. Now it's 3-4. No, I just misbet, didn't I? 7-4. I'm going to have to bump that up a bit, I think. 9-4 drop. 12-4. 15-4. Oh, look at that. Oh! Damn it! 18-4. Oh, jeepers creepers. 18 for 21-4. Boy, we're working hard, aren't we? 24-4. This is awful. I shouldn't be staying. 24-4. I do this for you. 27-4. What was that? Was that a win? 24-4, which is too little, really. I'm going to call it 24-5 because I can. So we're going to call it 25-5. 2.5. Half. 25-5. Whatever. All right, that was a good one. 25. 20, 10, 2-1. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 3-2, because we pushed that, but we lost that one. 2-1, 2-1, yeah, 3-2, second. Okay, 5-4, third. Could be in big trouble here. So now we go to 5-6 because of the tie. Turn around, please. Maybe not. Well, look at that. Okay. I'm trying to figure out why we still have 7.65 decks left. Oh, I get it. It's because that was the second, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the second shoot. And as usual, I took no notice of the shuffle. So we made 6,575. We had to bloody well work for it too, didn't we? I mean, jeepers. Me and my mouse. Anyway, folks, that's that for now. I will see you next time. Another win, no, eh? These things matter. You know, I mean, people... Okay, so I've tidied things up a bit in these sort of after the game, after the session analyses, and it's a little easier to get a grip on what went on here. And in fact, I was thinking to myself that that was a relatively gentle couple of shoes, and in fact we're looking at a house advantage, a gross house advantage of 12.8% over those 117 bets, and a net AV of minus 11%. And the difference between gross and net is quite simply, gross just counts each win as a win, whether it's a natural or a double down or a whatever, and does the same for each loss. So in other words, it's kind of like, you know, win loss rather than value of win or loss. Not much difference between the two numbers there. If you look down below the main chart, I've moved the pattern sort of illustration graphic up so that it's in full view, and it just tells the story. I mean, you can see the amount of red ink there. It's horrifying. You know, but the main thing is, as long as you've got green ink, you know, you've got a chance to save the day, and very often turnarounds will come in a single win. Very often they won't, but more often in single wins than in doubles or triples or quadruples or whatever. What it all comes down to is we're looking at, for pattern betting, a win of 6,575, which is 12.5%, plus 12.5%, a hold of its total action, which is 52,700. And then you go over to random betting, and because this was a negative sample data set, then it's very unlikely that random betting is ever going to see a positive outcome. I'm just playing a few here, but you can see the difference also in the action, which is in column G there, 325,000, 376,000, and so on. We had a pretty high level of action. Look at that, I was wrong. That's a 3.2% win for random betting, but of course it got all the way up to 25,000 plus ahead and then crashed. So by and large, what you can expect from random betting against a negative data set is a problem, whereas that is definitely not true for pattern betting. And I get that people are sort of saying to me time and time and time again, yeah, but eventually you're going to crash and burn. Eventually it's all going to, you know, the wheels are going to come off, the bottom's going to fall out or whatever. And I appreciate that, I recognize that, but what I'm waiting for is the actual crash and burn, and it's not happening. With the Wizard Blackjack sim, of course, there's no tracking on that, so it doesn't say, you know, this is the umpteenth session, this is the whatever. And so there's no kind of check on me, and so I like the fact that Baccarat Win Pro basically stamps each shoe with a number, and you can see them. Oh, excuse me. You can see them consecutively, and you can see that there are no shoes missing, no shoes jumped or whatever. Yeah. Something strange going on outside. Flashing. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is an operation which could be much more tightly edited. I get all that. My concern is getting the numbers across, getting the idea across as effectively as I can. So forgive me if I don't do it as neatly and tidily as I should. And I am getting better, I think. Anyway, just to sort of summarize, we're looking at an average win of $607, an average loss of $342. That's for pattern betting, of course, not for the other guys. Over there, what you see is 3,040 over 2,828, which is not terrible, but 108% just isn't enough against the number of losses versus the number of wins that we had in this particular session of almost 120 bets. I've taken out the guys on the right hand side because basically what they do and how they behave has no effect on pattern betting. I kind of like the comparison sometimes, and it is useful, very useful for me, to take Jason Balke's sessions in particular, because he's the most regular blackjack player, and just being able to demonstrate that you know, he's doing it all right as far as his show is concerned, his entertainment objective or whatever, but as a player, he's not doing himself any favors whatsoever. And this is why I constantly come back to this thought that, you know, this just doesn't seem right. You know, I mean, 50,000, 75,000 in the toilet just to put on a show doesn't make any sense. So either you know, he's quietly making tons of money off camera, or he's making so much money from Google that he can afford to blow, you know, 6 figures in a single day, which is what he told me he does sometimes. Or he's getting his money back from the casino. I mean, you know, what are the choices? I can't see any of these people putting themselves through the hell that they do unless there's something in it for them. And you know, the guy whose games, whose rounds, a blackjack session I have not yet processed because I've been very busy with all of this other stuff. What's his name? NG Slots, I think. I just don't get it. I just really do not understand it, and it must be because it's on a wavelength that I just, you know, I just can't tune into. But anyway, there we are. We've got another great session. We've got a whole lot of red ink down below there in the pattern graphic. But you know, just look at those patterns and understand why we keep turning around. It's really very interesting. Yeah, these things are broken up into columns simply because that's how my notebook is, and it coincidentally it's 21 rounds. Sort of seems appropriate, doesn't it? In the first column we were 7 behind. In the second column we were 5 behind. In the shoe, the first shoe, we were 12.8% up shit creek. Column 3 we managed to be 7 ahead. Column 4, 1 behind. Oh, that's another column 4 there. That doesn't make sense. Little things sometimes slip by me. So column 5 we were behind, and then finally I think, yeah, shoe 2 we were at minus 8.5%. So that was a punishing session, really. Pretty nasty. But we came out of it alive, and that's all that really matters, right?